This is Rick Thornquist from Boardgame News at boardgamenews.com, and here's something a little different for our Gathering of Friends coverage. This is actually a video of the fourth day of the Gathering of Friends. You've read the reports, you've seen the pictures, now you're going to see some video of people playing games and what's going on the fourth day of the Gathering of Friends. Now this is Alan's table, which is at the front of the room. Alan's table has sign-up sheets for many games, some paraphernalia. That's Frank Branham on the left and Andrew Meyer on the right. The table also has our goodie bags, which has our badges. Plus, in the goodie bag, there's cards and games and things like that. Here's a survey of the room. This is sort of in the mid-morning. There's still already a lot of people playing. So that's about a third of the room you see. There's a game of Ticket to Ride Markman going on, and that is Larry Levy on the left, who writes for Boardgame News.
This means you have to act.
Oh, man.
This is Cleopatra.
Tim, what do you think of Cleopatra?
It's actually quite cool. And has a bit of deliciousness.
Okay, and you kids, what do you think of the game?
I think it's beautiful.
A little bit.
Okay, and Bob, what do you say?
Good game.
All right.
This game of Cleopatra was brought by the Days of Wonder guys a couple of days ago, and it's been busy ever since.
This is Jay Bloodworth.
You're cheating again.
Game of Show Manager.
And Kevin Gonzalez, first time gathering at 10D.
Jay, you were able to beat Tammy's 0-point wolf?
I was.
That is amazing.
And that man is the incomparable David Fair.
Who would have thought
0 points in New York would have gotten 0 points.
So just do something really exciting.
It's a game of Indonesia.
Yeah, like play the game and move pieces around like you're really doing something.
Well, I'll put in...
Well, I was counting my money.
I'll put in 5.
Counting my money.
There's a couple of games of Indonesia that were happening during this day. This was one of them. There was another one happening. It seems to be a fairly popular game at the Gathering.
There's the fantastic Bruce Lindsay.
That's Bruce Lindsay in the yellow shirt. This is Turn and Taxis.
Mr. Fitzgerald, the fabulous Dale Yu, is making his move.
It's Dale Yu. Turn and Taxis is a very popular game at this Gathering, probably the most popular.
And
It's
Ryan
one
Seeley watches Dave.
a lot of people really like. It's been getting a lot of play here. There's only a few copies, but they seem to be busy all the time. It's Mick Svelov on the right, and Jennifer Schlickburn on the left, and Joe Huber in the middle. They're playing Aton, which is the new Queen small box game, 2-player game. War of the Ring, obviously. There seems to be a copy of War of the Ring set up all the time here. A couple of people playing it. That's Adam Smiles on the left,
So this is yours.
and that's Scott Tepper on the right.
3 more than... Oh, there's more. Yeah, I'm to bad.
Heart Undergrunds, a new Cosmos game. It's about smuggling goods from Mexico into America. Sort of a goofy, fun game, overproduced but still fun. It's getting a lot of play. Now this is the prize table at the other end of the room. Everybody who comes to the Gathering brings a game or two to put on the prize table, and then during the prize table ceremony, which is later in the week, everybody gets up, and everybody, actually the whole group, everybody at the convention gets together, and everybody gets to grab a couple of games and goes home with a couple of new games. It's very neat. Now this is Nak de Magir, which is a very interesting game, a dexterity game, that you can either play in light, or if you play it in the dark, it actually glows in the dark. Now that's Andrea Meyer, the game designer, who's playing it. And with the characteristic green hair in the back there, that's Freedom and Freeze, and Frank Branham on the right. Now, the Spiel des Afternoon is an event that took place today. This is an event where a number of game designers get some components, and it started last year, and they got the components, and they, during period between the Gathering, designed some games. We got to play them and judge them. And there's Alan Moon hiding, and that's Andrea Meyer's board game that she designed with the components. She did a board game, and Freedom and Freeze did a dexterity game with these ridiculous baby carriages with bunnies in them going down a ramp and mashing into each other. It was really fun. Now here's another view. This is a bit later in the day, sort of in the mid to late afternoon. Very, very busy Gathering. It's about maybe 2/3 of the room, maybe half 2/3 of the room. This is a game of Arkham Horror, and that in the black shirt at the right is Mr. Mike Siggins. Now there's a lot, poker's fairly popular at the Gathering. There usually is one table going on with poker, and late at night usually more. That's Michael West at the left, Pitt Crandallmeyer in the middle, and Dave Bernazzani at the right, who just folded. Sorry, Dave. another War of the Ring game. Now this is a beautiful painted set. That's Daniel Karp on the left. I'm not sure that it's his game. He might have been the one who painted it. I think he was. And that's Ava Jarvis on the right, who writes for Boardgame News.
4 for 2, it's good.
Now, at the Gathering, there always seems to be people bring these ridiculous old American games that most are extremely silly, and but they're always fun for some strange reason, and they always do get played. And this one, you drop marbles in the top, and then you rotate these rings, and then the marbles come out the bottom. I'm not really quite sure how it works, but commentary here in the background is Dale U.
You're doing it wrong.
Crokinole, there always is a Crokinole board set up. That's Dave Bernzani on the left, master Crokinole player. And there's a Crokinole tournament here, which is very popular. That's Richard Spuntz across from Dave, his partner. This is Antica, another popular game this year. That cute blonde girl in the middle is my girlfriend Christine. Now this is ridiculous. This is Dale U on the left and Valerie Putman on the right. Some sort of Rock'em Sock'em Robots thing using superheroes with Superman on the right. You see these games every once in a while at the Gathering. They're completely ridiculous, but funny. Now this is later on in the evening. This is around 11 o'clock. This is the Lupin Louis tournament. Now this is the mainstay at the Gathering. It happens every year, ever since I've been at the Gathering. About 7 or 8 Lupin Louis games are set up, and about 50 or 60 or 70 people sign up for this tournament. It's just amazing. And they play Lupin Louis, and groups play, and whoever won the game gets to stay, and the other people get recycled, and they go on to other games. And they play for about an hour, and then whoever scores the most goes into a final, and the winner's determined. It's a lot of fun. That's Rodney Summerstein at the back there. And in the red shirt at the back here is Stephen Glenn, game designer. On the left is Warren Madden, weather reporter on the Weather Channel. And in the green shirt is Marty Hoff. Now later on, this is actually about 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning, that's when the werewolves come out, and there's always a big werewolf game that happens, and these guys are incredible. They play all night, and they're humongous games, and they always have a lot of fun. A couple of people have been killed already.
So being the neighbor of this man,
that's Werewolf. Every night, all night. And that's our coverage of the Gathering of Friends 2006, our video for day 4.